They say one moment can change your entire life. For Luna Hayes, that moment tasted like champagne and danger. The ballroom was filled with people who owned the world. Crystal chandeliers hung from the ceiling, casting golden light on expensive suits and diamond necklaces. Luna didn't belong here. She was just helping with the catering staff, trying to make extra money for her mother's medical bills. She stood near the balcony, holding a glass of wine someone left behind, watching the rich people laugh and dance. That's when she saw him walking toward her. Tall, dark hair, sharp jawline, eyes like winter storms. He wore power like a second skin. Before she could move, he grabbed her waist and pulled her close. His lips crashed against hers. The kiss was fire. It burned through every thought in her head. Her heart stopped. Time stopped. Everything stopped. When he finally pulled away, he stared into her eyes. Then his expression changed. Confusion, anger. "You're not Vanessa," he said, his voice cold as ice. Luna tried to catch her breath. "No, I'm not." "Who are you?" Luna Hayes. I'm here with the catering." He stepped back like she had burned him. A mistake. Then he walked away, disappearing into the crowd, leaving Luna standing there with her fingers touching her lips, her heart racing like crazy. She thought she'd never see him again. She was so wrong. The next morning, Luna stood in the lobby of Cross Enterprises, the biggest tech company in the city. The building was all glass and steel, touching the clouds. She wore her best outfit, a pencil skirt and white blouse she bought at a discount store. She needed this job. Her mother lost her 6 months ago and the bills kept piling up. The elevator took her to the top floor. Her hands were shaking as she walked into the boardroom. Sunlight poured through the massive windows, and there, sitting at the head of the table, was him. The man who kissed her last night. His eyes met hers. She saw recognition flash across his face, followed by something dark. "You," he said, his voice flat and cold. Luna's throat went dry. "Mr. Cross." The HR woman beside her smiled, unaware of the tension. "This is Luna Hayes, your new executive assistant." He stood up slowly, his presence filling the entire room. "No, she's not." The HR woman looked confused. "Sir." "Fire her, find someone else." Panic shot through Luna. "Wait, please, I need this job. I worked so hard to get here. I won't disappoint you, I promise." His gray eyes pinned her in place. "You already have." The silence felt like forever. The HR woman cleared her throat nervously. "Sir, she has the best qualifications we've seen in years, and we already let the other candidates go." Luna watched his jaw tighten. He stared at her for what felt like an eternity. Those same lips that kissed hers last night now pressed into a hard line. "Fine," he finally said, "but one mistake, Miss Hayes, just one, and you're gone." Relief flooded through her. "Thank you, Mr. Cross." He leaned down close to her ear, so close she could smell his expensive cologne. "Don't thank me yet." Luna's first week was hell. Damian Cross was the cruelest boss she'd ever had. He demanded perfection in everything. Coffee had to be exactly the right temperature. Reports needed to be flawless. Meetings had to start on the exact second he scheduled them. "Coffee, black, no sugar. On my desk in 3 minutes," he said one morning, not even looking up from his computer. Luna rushed to the break room, her hands shaking as she poured the coffee. When she placed it on his desk, he finally looked up. "You're late. 2 minutes and 58 seconds is not 3 minutes." She stared at him in disbelief. "But you said 3 minutes." "I said 3 minutes, not 2, 3. Frustration boiled inside her. "That doesn't make any sense." His eyes turned dangerous. "Are you questioning me?" She bit her tongue. "No, sir." "Good, learn fast, Miss Hayes. I don't tolerate weakness." He went back to his work like she wasn't even there. Luna wanted to throw the coffee in his face, but she needed this job, so she walked out, her fists clenched at her sides. He was cruel, cold, impossible, but something in his eyes, something broken and lonely, made her want to understand him. 2 weeks later, Luna was working late. Again. The office was empty except for the light from Damian's office. She stood to stretch and accidentally knocked over a stack of files. Papers scattered everywhere. No, no, no. She dropped to her knees, frantically gathering them. Suddenly, a hand reached down. His hand. Damian knelt beside her, helping pick up the papers. Their fingers touched. They both froze. "You should go home," he said quietly. "So should you." He looked at her, really looked at her for the first time. "I don't have a home, I have a penthouse. There's a difference." For a moment, Luna saw past the cold CEO. She saw a man who was completely alone. "Why did you kiss me that night?" she asked softly. His eyes darkened. "I thought you were someone else. And if you knew it was me." He stood up quickly, the walls slamming back into place. "Then I wouldn't have done it. Go home, Miss Hayes." He walked away, but Luna saw his hands shaking. Everything changed when Luna met Ethan Cole. He walked into the conference room while she was setting up for a meeting. He was tall, with warm brown eyes and a kind smile. "You must be Luna," he said, "the woman who survived Damian's first 2 weeks." She laughed for the first time in days. "Barely. Don't take it personally, he's like that with everyone." He started helping her arrange the files. "I'm Ethan Cole, the CFO. Does it get easier working with him?" Ethan smiled. "Honestly, no, but you learn to see past the armor. If you ever need help or just someone who won't bark orders, I'm 3 floors down." Something warm spread through Luna's chest. "Thank you. That's the kindest thing anyone said to me here." The door slammed open. Damian stood there, his eyes locked on Ethan standing close to Luna. His expression turned to stone. "Cole, don't you have numbers to crunch?" Ethan's voice stayed casual. "Just welcoming our new team member." "She doesn't need welcoming, she needs to work." Damian's voice could cut glass. "Miss Hayes, my office now." Luna glanced at Ethan apologetically and followed Damian out. The moment his office door closed, he exploded. "Stay away from Ethan Cole." Luna stared at him in confusion. "What? He was just being nice." "Nice?" Damian stepped closer, his presence overwhelming. "He's the CFO. He doesn't do nice without a reason. Maybe he's just a decent person. You should try it sometime." He moved even closer, so close she could feel the heat from his body. "You work for me, not him, remember that." Her heart pounded. "I'm your assistant, not your property." His voice dropped to a whisper. "Aren't you?" The air between them crackled with electricity. Luna couldn't breathe. "Why do you care who I talk to?" she managed to ask. His jaw clenched. He turned away from her, hands balling into fists. "I don't, just do your job." But Luna could see his reflection in the window. The jealousy was written all over his face. 3 days later, Luna was working in the archives, filing old documents. That's when she found the folder marked Confidential, Hayes Termination. Her mother's name. Her hands trembled as she opened it. Inside were emails from Damian Cross himself, ordering her mother's firing. No reason given, no cause, just gone. "No," she whispered. "Luna, you okay?" Ethan's voice came from behind her. She showed him the file, unable to speak. He read it and sighed deeply. "I was afraid of this." "You knew," pain shot through her chest. "I suspected. Damian, he cleans house ruthlessly when he takes over. Your mother was collateral damage in a corporate purge." Tears burned Luna's eyes. He ruined her life. She lost everything because of him. She got sick from the stress, and it was all him. Ethan put a gentle hand on her shoulder. "I'm sorry, but you need to be careful. Damian doesn't forgive people who dig into his past." "I don't care." Anger replaced the pain. "He needs to answer for this." The next day, Luna confronted him. In the lobby, in front of everyone. "Why did you fire my mother?" Her voice echoed through the marble space. Everyone stopped. Conversations died. All eyes turned to them. Damian's face showed nothing. This isn't the place. She did nothing wrong. You destroyed her career, her health, everything. Business decisions aren't personal, Miss Hayes. They are when they ruin lives. Luna felt tears streaming down her face, but she didn't care. Security started moving toward her, but Ethan stepped between them, his arm protective around her shoulders. "That's enough," Ethan said firmly. "Luna, come with me." He led her away gently. Behind them, camera flashes exploded. Reporters who had been in the lobby for a press conference captured everything. The next morning, the headlines were everywhere. CEO v CFO over mystery woman. Love triangle at Cross Enterprises. Two billionaires fight over assistant. Damian sat in his office, staring at the headlines on his tablet. His hand squeezed the glass of whiskey he was holding until it shattered. Blood dripped onto the desk. He didn't even notice. A week later, Ethan took Luna to the rooftop garden. The city sprawled below them, tiny lights in the darkness. "I need to tell you something," he said. "What?" "I care about you, Luna, more than I should, more than is smart." He took her hand gently. "I know you feel something for Damian, but he'll only hurt you. I won't. I promise I'll never hurt you." Her heart ached. "Ethan, you don't have to answer now. Just think about it." He kissed her forehead softly and left her alone with her thoughts. What Luna didn't know was that Damian stood in the shadows, watching everything. Watching Ethan hold her hand, kiss her forehead, and something inside him broke. That night, Damian summoned Luna to his penthouse. The view was breathtaking, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the entire city, but she barely noticed. He slid an envelope across the table. "You're quitting." "What?" "Severance. Enough money to take care of your mother for years, to pay all her medical bills, everything." Luna stared at the envelope. "You're paying me to leave?" "Yes." "Why?" His voice cracked just slightly. "Because if you stay, I'll destroy you, like I destroyed your mother, like I destroy everyone I touch." She stepped closer to him. "Or maybe you're just scared." "Of what?" "Of feeling something real for once in your life." He grabbed her wrist and pulled her to him, his eyes wild. "You don't know what you're asking for." "Then show me," she whispered. He kissed her, not like the first time, not by mistake. This kiss was desperate, raw, full of everything he couldn't say with words. Years of loneliness poured into that kiss. Fear, need, love he didn't know how to give. When they broke apart, they were both breathing hard. "Stay," he whispered against her lips. "Please." But the next morning, reality crashed back in. Luna stood in his office, her mother's termination file in her hands. "Why did you really fire my mother?" He hesitated. For the first time, she saw shame in his eyes. She knew too much. "About what?" "About how I built this empire, the corners I cut, the people I stepped on, the rules I broke." He ran his hand through his hair. "Your mother was a good person, too good. She was going to report me, so I fired her first." Horror washed over Luna. "So you silenced her, ruined her life to protect yourself." "I protected my company." At the cost of her life's work, she threw her resignation letter at him. "We're done, all of this, us, everything done." She walked out. This time he didn't stop her. 2 weeks later, Luna was working at a small cafe downtown, serving coffee and trying to piece her life back together. The bell above the door chimed. Ethan walked in. "I've been looking everywhere for you." "How did you find me?" He smiled. "I'm very resourceful. Luna, I have a proposition. I'm leaving Cross Enterprises, starting my own company. I want you to come with me, not as my assistant, as my partner." "Ethan, I love you." His eyes were so sincere, so kind. "Let me prove I'm better for you than he ever was." Before she could answer, the bell chimed again. Damian stood in the doorway, soaked from the rain outside. He looked broken, completely, utterly broken. "Don't choose him," Damian said, his voice raw. Ethan's jaw tightened. "You have no right. I fired your mother because she was the only person who ever saw through me." Damian ignored Ethan completely, his eyes only on Luna. "She told me I'd end up alone, cold, empty, and she was right until you walked into my life." "Damian," her voice shook. "I can't undo the past. I can't bring back what I took from your family, but I'm asking, begging for a chance at a future with you." He took a step closer. "I'll make it right. I'll give your mother her job back. I'll publicly apologize. I'll do whatever it takes." Luna looked between them. Ethan safe, gentle, offering her kindness and stability. Damian broken, dangerous, offering her passion and fire. She turned to Ethan. "You're an incredible man. You're going to make someone very, very happy someday. But—" Ethan smiled sadly. "It's not me. I'm so sorry." He kissed her cheek. "Don't be, follow your heart even if it's stupid." He glanced at Damian. "Take care of her or I'll destroy you myself." Then he left, and it was just Damian and Luna. "If I choose you," she said slowly, "you have to let me in, all the way, no more walls, no more secrets." "What?" "I'll tear down every wall I ever built." He stepped forward, cupping her face in his hands. "I'll give you everything, my company, my money, my broken, damaged heart, all of it. It's yours." "Prove it." His thumb brushed away a tear on her cheek. "You will never choose anyone but me again." "Is that a threat or a promise?" "Both." He kissed her, slow and deep, claiming every part of her. The rain poured outside, washing away the past. Around them the cafe disappeared. The world disappeared. There was only him and her and this impossible, crazy love. When they finally pulled apart, Luna smiled against his lips. "You're going to be a lot of work, aren't you?" "I'm a nightmare," he admitted. "Good thing I like nightmares." They say love is supposed to be easy, gentle, safe, but theirs was fire and storm and chaos. It was messy and complicated and sometimes painful, but it was real, and it was theirs. And Luna wouldn't have it any other way.